Hello everybody. In this video I'm going to be talking about my early memories of South Park and how I became a fan. So my early memories of South Park go all the way back to when I was a kid, back in the very early 2000s. My uncle was a huge South Park fan, and he had a lot of merchandise, plushies. He had Stan, Kyle, Cartman, Kenny, Wendy, Officer Barbrady, I think Butters as well. Can't remember. Those are the ones I remember him having. And and he also had little plastic figurines as well. I think he had one of Stan and Kenny. I do remember. Yeah, whenever I'd go around visit him at his flat, he would actually let me play with the South Park plushies. And yes, that's my early memory of South Park. I think the first time I watched a full episode of South Park was back in 2012, so we're talking 11 years ago now. I think it was in late July, so it was during summer of 2012. Back in them days, I used to collect videotapes, VHS tapes, pre-recorded VHS tapes, and also ones that you could record on as well. My grandma gave me a collection of VHS tapes. I think some of them were hers, some were my stepdad's, I think. Because some of my stepdad's videotapes were actually somehow ended up in my grandma's collection. And yeah, it was stuff that he taped. And one of the tapes actually had some South Park episodes on it. And they weren't like old South Park episodes, they were like season 11. And so I remember the first episode I watched was the episode where Cartman was pretending to have Tourette's syndrome so that he could get away with swearing. Yeah, that was the first episode that was on that tape. I didn't actually know it was South Park on there. I think it had something else written on there. I can't remember what it was. And yeah, I wasn't actually supposed to watch South Park. I was only 13 at the time. I should have waited till I was like 15 to watch South Park. But yeah, I secretly kept that video in my collection, and I watched the episode, and also the Imagination Land episodes were on there as well, which I remember watching, and also the episode where Stan and Kyle were playing Guitar Hero, and also the episode The List, where the girls rate all the boys in school from cutest to ugliest. Yeah, I remember that episode being on there, and also the episode where Bono makes a guest appearance. So yeah, those episodes are from season 11. So yeah, they were on there, and yeah, I remember watching that tape. And there was another tape in that I think it came from that same collection, that same pile, but I got the. Well, it was actually one of my stepdad's a Doctor Who fan like me, and he did give me one of his old. I think it was Planet of the Dead with David Tennant, which he taped when it first came on the TV. I think he gave me that tape. Don't have the tape anymore though. I don't have videos anymore. Got rid of them. But anyway, I digress. After Doctor Who, there was some South Park episodes recorded on the end of the tape. One of the episodes I remember, I think, was the Fish Sticks episode, was on there. The one where Jimmy creates this joke, "Do you like fish sticks?" It's a play on the word fish dicks. And what was the other one? It's the episode where Kenny gets a girlfriend, and they go to this Jonas Brothers concert. Yeah, I remember that being on there as well. So yeah, that's my early memories of South Park. But in later years, I kind of didn't watch South Park for many years. Although in 2017, it's early 2017, January I believe, my stepdad gave me a video cassette. It was a pre-recorded video cassette of the South Park movie. Because by that time I was 18 by that time, so I was allowed to watch what the hell I want, and he recommended I watch South Park, not knowing that I actually watched it when I was too young to watch it. And yeah, I watched the bigger, longer, and uncut film on VHS and loved it. It wasn't till just last year, so yeah, last, I think, November. Was it October? I think it was November. I started watching the. My stepdad let me borrow his South Park DVD collection. I just binge watched the whole lot, and I'm a massive fan now, and I'm slowly building my own collection. I've got season 5, 6, and 8 at the moment, and I've got the bigger, longer, and uncut film. My birthday's coming up soon, and I have requested some South Park DVDs, which I hope I shall be getting. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my story of how I became a South Park fan, and what about you? I know I have some subscribers who are South Park fans. What are your earliest memories of South Park? How did you become a fan? Let me know in the comments below.